Lighthizer, who was sitting with other members of Trump's negotiating team including Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, Economic Advisor Larry Kudlow, and Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross, explained that writing MOUs was a standard procedure in forming trade agreements. U.S. President Donald Trump meets Chinese Vice Premier Liu He. Credit. APAn MOU is a contract. It's the way trade agreements are generally used. A Memorandum of Understanding is a binding agreement between two people, Lighthizer said. It's a legal term, it's a contract, he said. Trump was not satisfied. By the way, I disagree, he countered, addressing reporters as well as the Chinese delegation that has been negotiating the most with the U.S. team. I think that a Memorandum of Understanding is not a contract to the extent that we want. We're doing a Memorandum of Understanding that will be put into a final contract, I assume. But to me the final contract is really the thing, Bob, and I think you mean that too. Also on Friday Trump said he may or may not include Chinese telecommunications companies Huawei Technologies and ZTE Corp in the trade deal being negotiated between the United States and China. The Justice Department has charged Huawei and its chief financial officer with conspiring to violate U.S. sanctions on Iran by doing business through a subsidiary it tried to hide. The United States is seeking her extradition. Trump told reporters at the White House that U.S. officials are not talking about dropping charges against Huawei. Huawei will be raised with U.S. attorneys and the Attorney General in the coming weeks, Trump said, but right now it's not something that we're discussing. Reuters reported on Wednesday that negotiators have been drawing up 6 MOUs on structural issues, forced technology transfer and cyber theft, intellectual property rights, services, currency, agriculture, and non-tariff barriers to trade. Lighthizer, clearly not making traction in the back and forth with his boss, decided to go for a change in terminology. From now on we're not using the word Memorandum of Understanding anymore. We're going to use the term trade agreement, all right? He said. Okay, the Chinese vice premier, sitting next to Lighthizer, responded, assuming you decide on an agreement. It'll be a trade agreement between the United States and China, Lighthizer told the president. Good, Trump said. I like that much better. Trade war Huawei Donald Trump China Trump's White House.